Ha! I'm early. Bet you never thought that would happen. Let me adjust the microphone here. Everyone post your coffee cups. It's the weekly sip. Let's go. I did. This is the first sip of the day for me. Here it is. It smells good. Oh, damn, dude. Good morning. Got turned away from the grocery store yesterday. Got no Vax passport. This shit is getting insane. Where do you live, Nika? Around here, the Vax passport doesn't apply to grocery stores. How's everyone doing? Good morning, gamers. I've been up for like 3. Look at all those coffee cups. I've been up for like 3 hours. There was a tea in there too. And I've specifically resisted having my morning coffee until right now. Coffee is the true gamer beverage. Hey, Dev, glad I can catch you on the end of my bender. You're on a bender right now? Mmm. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's the morning for me. Oh, New Brunswick, Saskatoon. Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. Nika, that's fucking bullshit. I guess you'll have to shop around and try to find stores that are just not caring. There's definitely a few here. Water is the true Chad drink. Water's pretty good. Water's pretty good. But coffee, nothing beats a good coffee in the morning, guys. A coffee and a slice of cherry pie. Hope at least somebody in the chat gets that reference. Or am I just like too much of an old man? Hey Dev, I'm really considering joining your community. I recently discovered you and I'm really impressed with your hand. Oh, thank you very much. Anyone is anyone's welcome, of course. Daniel, this is my weekly community discussion stream. I talk to the chat a bit. I go over some community events. I'll go over some goofy articles that I found in like a news segment. Yes, it's Twin Peaks. Listen, Twin Peaks is one of my favorite shows of all time. Yeah, Kirby is getting a full 3D game. It's like Kirby Last of Us. Go back to Twin Peaks. Oh, man, it's so good. Tell us of the old times before Corona Chan. Hasn't been that long. How's the contest on my Minecraft server going? It's actually going along. And make sure, guys, join the SFO Minecraft server. The contest is going along well. There's like what, like a dozen so far Halloween builds that are up. I might actually build one myself, but I'm not going to participate in the contest. I'll just build something for fun. It doesn't seem like anybody is It doesn't seem like anybody is building a Luigi's Mansion. So maybe I'll build a Luigi's Mansion. Why not? I actually found you via Sargon. He mentioned your channel and I was curious. Oh, where did he mention it? Sargon's a good guy. I talked to him a lot. Well, Kirby 64 was a 3D game, but it was still on a 2D plane, right? It was still like a side scroller. You want in the Minecraft server? Join join the SFO Discord, and there's information in there. Hey, Tidge. Isn't coffee the reason the West switched from the Middle Ages to the Renaissance? Back then, it was either alcohol or coffee for clean water. I don't know. Yeah, Zectech. It, oh, you're making one in survival. Zectech, hold on. Zectech, if you're making Luigi's Mansion, I'll leave it to you. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Maybe I'll do like the Resident Evil Mansion or something then. I don't know. I'm not gonna. If you want to make it, you make it. It's all yours, man. This is why I wanted people to actually like outline who's making what, so I know what's going on. Yeah, Tidge. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that. Elon Musk's ex, Grimes, is reading the Communist Manifesto. That feel when you divorce somebody but don't get any of their money. What do you mean no Luigi's Mansion? No, go ahead, Zectech, do it. It's all yours. I found you through Shoe on Head. Oh my god. Dude. Shoe and I, we are not friends. We were once, like 7 years ago, but not really. Silver Camaro. Thanks for the super chat. As a communist revolutionary, I support the Daniels Room Autonomous Zone. No homework, no bedtime will dismantle the oppressive regime of dadism. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna copy that. No, Zectech, make whatever you want, okay? It's okay, man. If you I'm sending this to Sargon. The super chat. Listen, if you want to make Luigi's Mansion on the Minecraft server, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. They're both okay. It's okay. I think most people were on the the sidewalk by Wall Street, but things have changed in the past 10 years, you know. She once plugged a tweet of yours saying, "Yeah, me and Dev are friends." God, I don't want to get into it too much. It's like because a lot of it is just behind the scenes, like a lot of it was basically that we were friends in 2014 and now we're not. People grow apart. It's just how it is. She said a bunch of shitty stuff about me privately, and then I said a bunch of shitty stuff about her publicly. Well, no. My server is in survival. White Paper Cat, thank you for the $10 super chat, and also thank you for joining the $5 club with your membership, and thank you for the $2, Evil Buddy. I never heard Sargon really mention your name as much as you mentioned his. Well, Sargon doesn't he doesn't bring people up constantly. He keeps his stuff more focused on like his Lotus Eater stuff is very professional. But he's something. I think he brings me up at least semi regularly on like his casual streams on his own channel. But we have like a private room where a bunch of us hang out, and I'm in there, and Sargon's in there, and Sargon sent me an article for the Weekly Sip today at 8:53 a.m., which was an hour and 15 minutes ago. So. So I'm gonna plug this guy who did a long video on Vosh. That is Doomer Politics, and I've talked to him. He's actually a good guy. And there was this clip where he says something to the effect, "I don't care about principles. I just care about winning." Yeah, I made a video about where he said that too. Vosh is fucking ridiculous. He's a nutter, man. Silver Camaro for $5. Thank you. Danks PP is all encompassing. Everything is Danks PP. Nothing outside Danks PP. Nothing against Danks PP. Everything for Danks PP. Am I sending that to Dankula now? Fine. I will send that to Dankula as well. You fuckos. Here we go. I found Dev through V. V is actually, here's the thing. V, out of everyone in our friend group, V is probably like the guy who is the most ethically consistent. He's probably like in terms of just pure goodness, he's probably the best guy out of all of us. Doomer's also on the EFAP. He was also on Adam and Sitch. The thing is, Doomer politics. His politics are like, they're like reasonable center leftism, right? Like healthcare please leftism. You're not interested in any of the ideological shit. You don't want to overthrow capitalism. You don't want to be anti-liberal. None of that nonsense. It's just healthcare please. And it's like, okay. Exploialist for $5. Thank you. Did you watch Kraut's new video on India versus China? Fascinating how the two could be so opposite. Yes, I did actually. And Kraut makes very good videos. I cannot recommend enough. White Paper Cat for $5. Thank you. I still can't believe Hunter is simping for Vosh. Yeah, but Hunter, we're talking about Hunter Avalon, right? Like he just seems to be the kind of guy who he will just do whatever is popular politically that day. That just seems to be what he does. I found Dev when YouTube recommended his Our Traps gay video. I probably will do that, T-Bone, to be honest. I probably should, but oh well. V is so humble his subscribe star tears are called buyer's remorse. Oh, Zektek, it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Zektek. I didn't know that, dude. You're one of my mods. You should have said something. Doomer Politics has a hate boner for Jordan B. Peterson. The thing is, Jordan Peterson, he's a psychologist. He's a very good psychologist. And he's very well read and he's very knowledgeable. However, there are a few things that he's wrong about, especially when he goes pretty far outside of his wheelhouse. He's still very intelligent, but he'll figure it out. Dev, you're kind of like a smarter, less of a pussy version of Mundane Matt. Do I have that boring of a voice? I mean, I might. Paulo Santana for $2. She lost to her. No wonder Skip dumped her. Yeah. Mundane Matt dumped me. Sorry, Paulo, but I'm not going to comment on you, but I appreciate the donation. Mundane Matt, he blocked me, dude. Not dumped me. Yeah. Mundane Matt blocked me. And he is like, he basically went full cuck mode. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry about Gamergate. I'm so sorry about contributing to, I can't believe I did this. And it's like, shut up. Holy fuck, you cuck. Because here's the thing. Mundane Matt is one of those guys who like drew a direct line from Gamergate to Brexit to Trump. And he thought that like his involvement in Gamergate basically destroyed Western civilization. And I was like, Matt, this is fucking stupid. And then he blocked me. Silver Camaro for $5. Thank you. If you haven't heard of Puppet Combo Games, you check him out. He's making great indie horror games with PS1 graphics. Right. Yes, I think so. Because there was a PS1 era-ish horror game, like an indie game that came out recently with PS1 graphics. And it took place on a train, right? It was like a Japanese train. I think he made that one. No. I know you fuckos. I said the wrong word. Mundane Matt has like self-destructed multiple times and has basically ruined his own chances of ever having a channel ever again. Who's worse of all those people? Mundane Matt, Review Tech, Vosh, Hassan, or Quinton? In terms of just pure reach and the damage of spreading stupid ideas, Hassan. For sure. In terms of morality, Vosh. Lord Tennyson's pipe. Thank you. Nothing like oatmeal and tea on a Saturday morning. Give me just a moment, okay? I need to check something in the old DMs. Right. There is another guy who I've been trying to contact with a very similar name as Lord Tennyson's pipe, and the guy never shows up. Yeah, Mr. Twisted Frenzy. I gotta find that fucker. I keep confusing you two. Oh well, if he doesn't show up, he doesn't show up. That's how it is. Lucifer for $5. Is there any chance of making a video about Jagmeet Singh? Yeah, probably. The thing is, there's more than enough content surrounding Jagmeet Singh to make a video that just basically just shows how much of a fucking idiot he is. However, I don't think anybody cares about Canadian politics enough to care about the massive corruption behind the leader of Canada's third party. Not even opposition, but third party. I just don't think that people care about Canada enough. Like, it's easy to make a Jagmeet video. There's videos. Okay, there's like old video of Jagmeet before he became a politician, hanging out with like Sikh supremacists, and like he's sitting there as these other speakers on the panel are talking about how like they're superior to white people and shit. And like it's not hard to do the video, but I just don't think anybody cares. Wasn't Puppet with the Train that was Chilla's art? I don't know what you mean by that, Silver Camaro, but thank you. Dude, SFO needs to join Flashcast. Dapper Wolf, thank you for the donation. I don't know what that is either. I don't understand, guys. Okay, guys, give me the straight yes nos. Would you watch a video about Jagmeet Singh, the leader of Canada's third party, the NDP, and his corruption? Like it's a very niche topic in terms of like global YouTube. Would you guys watch that? Yes, no. Mm. Oh yeah, Hakim is ridiculous, dude. Sure. Yes. 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 Sure. Yes. 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 Sure. Yes. 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 Yeah. Jeez, that's a lot of yeses. Yeah, the average Canadian is apolitical. Like 40% of people didn't even vote here. Probably. There's a lot of yeses. Thank you very much for that's a lot of interest. Thank you. Okay, I guess I'll figure it out. Okay. Um. So I mentioned Lauren Chen. Lauren Chen used to follow my old account, and now she doesn't anymore. Feels bad, man. I can no longer simp. She's actually a bit too conservative leaning for me, but I certainly have more overlap with like your average conservative than I do with a fucking socialist. $2 from Curse Smith. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Here, guys. If you didn't know, my Twitter account is called DevTrospective. DevTrospective. Or rather, that's my friend's account on Twitter. You should go follow that account on Twitter right now. And you should also go tag Lauren Chen and tell her to follow me. So I can get that connection back. So I have no other way to contact her. Not for simping purposes. Maybe for debate purposes one day. Wait, Cenk wants to fight Joe Rogan? What the fuck? She's more conservative because she's more attractive? Yeah, possibly. Okay, so, oh, shut up, Dragon Fat. Okay, listen. There's a saying that I've recently encountered. I think it's true. Everyone is conservative about the thing that they know the most, which actually makes sense because if you know something very well, you've already done your experimenting, you've figured out what works and what doesn't, you've become an expert at it. And so now you can say, okay, here's the path, this is what you do to make it work. That is the conservative position. And it also makes sense why older people are more conservative because they've done their explorations and now they figured out what works for their life. So you have a situation where, like, for example, with me, I know a fair amount about computers. I'm not necessarily like traditionalist regarding computers. I'm open to new hardware and new ideas and advancements in the field. But because I know how to build one and I know where things go, and I know more about it than your average person, I'm probably a bit more conservative about it because it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to waste time buying some shitty graphics card that I know is not going to is going to break in like within a year or have really really shitty performance. Like I know what RAM to buy, I know what CPU to buy. I just feel like as you learn about a topic, you become more conservative as you hone in on what is the correct choice, if that makes sense. Yeah, Sean, I wouldn't actually mind debating a reasonably high profile conservative someday. That'd be fun. Trad comp. The idea is if being left leaning means exploration and testing and figuring out new ideas, which it does, that is the positive side of the left, then once you've figured out your ideas, you generally settle into a more conservative position, which just seems to be a natural part of life. This is why people who are like the left is completely evil. It's like no, they're not, and neither is the right. They both have their place in a society, and you need both of them for your society to function. Dev is an expert in PC fat format. Okay. Maybe we should. Hold on. I'm gonna try to adjust something here, okay? Give me just a moment and we'll get on with the show. Oh, by the way, make sure to join the SFO Minecraft server and get yourself in. Get yourself in on that Halloween thingy, that Halloween competition that I have going because, well, I spent some time setting it up. I will read all future super chats at the end of the show. Let's get to it. Okay? If you want to support the channel, you can obviously super chat. That's quite nice. But to join the $5 club, you must give a $5 recurring monthly, what are they? Yeah, like a tip, I guess, at Patreon, Subscribestar, the YouTube memberships button, or the sub button on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. It has to be recurring because the bot handles whether or not you are in the $5 club in Discord. Now, if you drop 100 USD to the PayPal and then send me the receipt, me or one of my mods the receipt, we'll put you into the $5 club for life. And of course, if you want to send me your boxes of garbage and have me open them up on the stream, I'll do so. So there's the P.O. box. Send me whatever you like. How do I join the Minecraft server again? Post in the Minecraft chat room, Schnitzel, and I'm sure somebody will help you out. Ping Zektek or Canuck, and they'll give you a hand, okay? And if they don't, because it's really easy, you get the IP from the Discord server, you plug it into your online section of Minecraft. It's like put in the server IP, and then you should be able to get in. It's not that hard. Okay, ready to go? Yeah, we're doing the fan art segment right now. I do like to do some kind of community thing. Sometimes it's opening packages. Sometimes it's looking at the Minecraft server. Right now, it is looking at your fan art. Let's see. Here we go. The first fan art is... This is of my rat character in the Arch Skaven campaign. SFO, Squeak Flame Operations. Thanks, dude. Yeah, who I think this is actually, was it you who drew this trick over? I think it's you who did this one, eh? Oh, Tidge, the whitelist is gone at the moment. We'll bring it back if we have to, but okay. We have this little bit of art first, and then what's this one? Oh yeah, here's me on a couch. To rotate a letter or not to rotate? I don't know. Now give me my head back. I suck when drawing with pencils, but hey, it's practice. Thanks, dude. There's the DK mug. So here we go. This is me enjoying Turn A Gundam. Oh, yeah, somebody made this. Do short. There's me and Lilith. I guess Lilith is the cat, and I'm the Mountie. All right. Oh, Team Shortress 2. So, Sargon, Arch, Naomi, Dev, Lilith, Rags, V, Dankula, and Dave. We are all the characters from Team Fortress. Damn, dude. Let's see what else is next. I like how Sargon's literally like the statue as well. Okay. Yeah, I did hear Lauren Chen is pregnant. Yeah, good for her. Oh yeah. This is, for some reason, people are now drawing Dave with like the really poofy hair that he sometimes has. But this is Dave failing against Sans and Undertale. By the way, if you don't watch my gaming channel, twitch.tv/GameBoomers or youtube.com/GameBoomer, check it out. Me calling my mods to take care of meanies. Jesus. Guys, why is the fan art always so unflattering? Oh, yeah, this is actually pretty good. Someone drew this. It's got a very like Adam Friended vibe to it. Where it's me recording. You got to change that scrump star off the mug now though. So this is actually very good. Like this is, I forget who did this though. It's kind of old, but I just found it. But still though, it's pretty nice fan art. Oh yeah. Devcoin, do you guys want to invest in Devcoin? I can start that up if you like. Oh yeah, the Devotron. Okay, guys, you're posting fan art to the channel, but it's literally just you photoshopping in like my avatar onto things. Here's some more fan art from the Skaven campaign. This is my character Ratata. I've got it's like a weird pick that does some armor piercing damage as well as a shield. I'm not necessarily the group's tank, but I can take a fair amount of damage. I play more like a rogue. Oh yeah, Lolly Dev, short flat otaku. A friend of mine, Kiln Firelink, who's a Twitter trap. She drew this. No, sorry, not she. She just looks like a she. He drew this. What do you guys think? Lolly Dev. How do you feel about it? Lolly Deb. Dislike. All right, what's next? Oh yeah, Dave's Dave's immune system. Dave, it's 4 p.m. Time to suffer another serious medical condition. Yes, immune system. The reason that Dave stops showing up to shows. Also, someone drew me as a fat Vegeta. Like, what the hell, guys? I'm not this fat. Oh, and the final fan art. Okay. This is the Twitter account you should follow, by the way. Look at profile. This one. This is the one. Okay. So, my sister, who is actually a reasonably talented artist, did this thing. Draw your mutuals original characters poorly. So she did these 9 mutuals. And I was like, "Wait. Draw me." And she drew this. This is back when I had long hair, about 6 months ago. I had a big old fro. So there you go, guys. That's what I looked like with long hair. Okay, hold on a second now. All right. So that's all the fan art that we have right now. Let me pull up some articles. You guys are gonna enjoy. You guys are gonna enjoy what I have today. All right. Let's move on to the news segment. Okay. 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 Hold on. Okay. Okay. Welcome to Altair. This is Altair.tv. You deserve a platform that prioritizes your mental health. Streaming and content creation, coupled with a strong community, can be a positive influence on a person's life, both mentally and financially. Yet, so many creators only realize this after burning out. We're creating a platform that'll help you find that future without the anxiety or the burnout. So, Altair.tv is a Twitch.tv replacement with some key differences. First of all, pronouns in front of your name are required on the site-wide. And also, everyone has a pronoun and an identification flag on their channel. Okay. You have a flat creator structure. Tiered structures are tied to status. Privacy protected. Empathy included. We are your fellow content creators, your moderators, and your community members. It is for the public benefit. It's a registered public benefit corporation. So it's not about profits, but their mission. Okay, there's no disruptive advertising. This is supposed to be like an even more woke version of Twitch, and Twitch is already nightmarishly woke. So, let's read Altair.tv's Code of Conduct. This policy is a living document, which basically means we'll do what we want. Altair is dedicated to providing a harassment-free experience for everyone, regardless of gender, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, disability, mental illness, neurotype, physical appearance, body, age, race, ethnicity, nationality, language, or religion. We do not tolerate harassment of participants in any form. This code of conduct applies to all Altair-sponsored spaces, including our community, open-source projects, and other spaces that Altair hosts, both online and off. Anyone who violates this code of conduct may be sanctioned or expelled from these spaces at the discretion of the Altair team. Okay, so let's see. They actually have provided their definition of harassment. So let's read it, okay? Here we go. Harassment includes offensive comments related to gender, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, disability, mental illness, neuroatypicality, physical appearance, body size, age, race, or religion. Unwelcome comments regarding a person's lifestyle choices and practices, including those related to food, health, parenting, drugs, and employment. So literally you can't say anything about anything. Okay. Deliberate misgendering or use of dead or rejected names. Gratuitous or off-topic sexual images or behavior in spaces where they're not appropriate. Physical contact, and simulated physical contact without consent or after a request to stop. Threats of violence, incitement of violence towards any individual, including a person to commit suicide or engage in self-harm. Deliberate intimidation, stalking, or following. Following. Don't follow my channel, you silly boys. Harassing photography or recording, including logging online activity for harassment purposes. Don't notice that I said something contradictory several years ago. Sustained disruption of discussion. Don't talk. Oh my God. Don't talk in a way that I think is inappropriate. Unwelcome sexual attention. Pattern of inappropriate social contact, such as requesting or assuming inappropriate levels of intimacy. Continued one-on-one communication after requests to cease. Deliberate outing of any person's identity without their consent. Publication of non-harassing private communication. So if you leak DMs, you're banned. If you... Oh my God, all right. Okay. Altair prioritizes marginalized people's safety over privileged people's comfort. Altair reserves the right to not act on complaints regarding reverseisms, including reverse racism, reverse sexism, and cisphobia. Reasonable communication of boundaries, such as leave me alone, go away, or I'm not discussing this with you. Communicating in a tone you don't find congenial. Criticizing racist, sexist, cissexist, or otherwise oppressive behavior or assumptions. So it's literally, this entire thing only goes one way. It is the punching up, punching down rules, basically. And of course, they do say this code of conduct applies to Altair-sponsored spaces, but if you are being harassed by a member of the Altair community outside our spaces, we still want to know about it. We take all good faith reports of harassment by Altair community members, especially Altair's leadership team, seriously. This includes harassment outside our spaces and harassment that took place at any point in time. The abuse team reserves the right to exclude people from Altair communities based on their past behavior, including behavior outside Altair-sponsored spaces and behavior towards people who are not in the Altair community. Okay, so, listen, guys. Anything you do anywhere in the universe is covered by Altair's code of conduct. Yeah, this is all just normal bullshit. But this, like, how long do you guys think this is gonna last? this site. Like, I know that there was a more woke Patreon that someone built. You know? What was it? I forget the name of it now. I can't recall. Somebody like Sargon signed up for it. It was like a feminist Patreon, and they were like, Patreon is too hateful, and we need to make a more inclusive, more social justice oriented space. And it's like, fuck off. Yeah, it's the Blizzard rules, it's the Patreon rules, it's the Twitch rules now. We'll ban you for things you do in real world or else on the internet. Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. Yeah. Less than a year? Maybe. Alright. Gorillas shock onlookers with oral sex show at Bronx Zoo. What a way to start. Turns out humans aren't the only ones who get down and dirty for sexual pleasure. A pair of frisky gorillas at the Bronx Zoo proved that when one was filming performing oral sex on its partner in front of aghast zoogoers. A clip of the not safe for work scene is currently blowing up on social media. I was shocked and had no idea that it was a natural act. I was in the gorilla exhibit with my 4-year-old daughter and niece. My wife had to stay out of the exhibit with my sleeping son, so I wanted to capture a lot of video. Then this magic happened. The resulting footage shows the giving simian servicing his partner while they're splayed out on the ground. Look at this shit. Life good. Return to monkey. Wow. I wonder if I probably can't play the video, eh? Like I know it's they're monkeys, but it's still sex. Yeah, we're not gonna play the video, but still. Yeah, man. I guess they're having fun. All right. This one's from a site that I'm not sure about the accuracy of. It's from herculeanstrength.com, but at least it's kind of a funny article. Long-term soy consumption makes monkeys aggressive loners. Shit, guys, maybe they're right about the soy. Let's see. Hold on. A few days ago, we reported on a shocking recent study which showed that soybean oil caused serious genetic dysfunction in mice, leading to weight gain and serious neurological problems. These results should be cause for alarm for one simple reason. Soybean oil is the most widely consumed oil in the United States. Okay. It has become increasingly clear that vegetable oils in general, including soybean oil, are seriously bad, not just mice, but people too. Damn. I hope this is like, I don't know. Who knows how accurate it is, right? But Christ. Actually, I think if I go back one. Yeah. Right. Soy milk makes man grow breasts and develop erectile dysfunction. Holy fuck. Soy, guys. Over the last year, we've done our very best at Herculean Strength to warn you about the dangers of estrogenic foods like soy milk and estrogenic. Why does Naomi always. It's been every single sip she has texted me. Damn. Anyway. Soy, soy, soy. In one of our most shocking and popular articles, even Joe Rogan was talking about it, we showed how long-term soy consumption made monkeys into aggressive loners. Right. Okay. In a similar way, soy isoflavonoids in soy milk are more likely to be responsible for the shocking changes observed in another study. Of course, they used the fucking Wojak. Oh my god. Dude. He has like extreme gyno from drinking soy milk. Holy fuck. I mean, I guess if you're transitioning and you want to help yourself along, have the soy milk, I guess. Oh, he drank like a shit ton of soy milk. All right. Oklahoma dad beats up pastor he accused of touching his son. Damn. A father in Oklahoma brutally beat a local pastor after allegedly catching him in the act of inappropriately touching his 9-year-old son. Michael Coghill, 33, was arrested Wednesday by Oklahoma police on a child sex complaint after the victim's parents told cops they caught him in the act. The child told his parents Coghill jogged by his bus stop several times and touched him in a way that made him feel uncomfortable. So on Wednesday, the boy's father waited in his car to see if Coghill would return. While he was watching the school bus stop, our suspect ran by him, ran past the bus stop where the children were waiting, turned around, came back, and stopped where he touched the child. The dad ran after Coghill and tackled him to the ground, reportedly fracturing his skull and cracking his left orbital socket. Lake Homa Church of Christ released a statement condemning Coghill's actions and saying he has been relieved from his duties. Coghill's profile has been removed from the church's website. Wow. Just kicked the shit out of him, eh? Fuck you, buddy. You get what you fucking deserve. The hero dad. Michigan judge boots man with Buttfucker 3000 as his screen name from Zoom hearing. I don't know if you guys heard about this. It's a Zoom hearing for some kind of court thing because of coronavirus restrictions, and this guy's name down here is Buttfucker 3000. You shouldn't log in, dude. Don't log in to your to a Zoom call like this with your online screen name. Use a different account. During a Monday Zoom court hearing for drug paraphernalia charges, a man, Nathan Saxon, logged on with the very public screen name of Buttfucker 3000. While there is nothing inherently wrong with being an actual buttfucker, Middleton was not having any of Saxon's butt-fucking bullshit. We'll bring this fool in, Middleton said to the Zoom meeting, which consisted of 8 people waiting for their hearing. Good morning, sir. What's your name? Middleton said when Saxon logged on. Me? Saxon said. Yes, Middleton said. Nathaniel Saxon, sir, he replied. Your name's not Buttfucker 3000, you yahoo, Middleton said, while Saxon looked confused and concerned. Logging into my court with that as your screen name. What kind of idiot logs into court like that? Saxon immediately began scanning the screen and claimed he did not type the screen name. Yeah, the judge should have just legally renamed him to Buttfucker 3000. Yeah. Let's see. When Saxon returned, he took a moment to apologize to Judge Middleton and explain that his sister had set up his Zoom account and that Buttfucker 3000 was actually the iPhone name he uses to pair with his Bluetooth speaker. It's an inside joke. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. Well, you should be. Oh my god. He was hit with a $200 fine. You fucking idiot. I was hacked. My dog typed the name. Oh no. All right. COVID breast milk of the vaccinated mothers contains antibodies. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay. Breast milk from mothers who have received a COVID-19 vaccine contains antibodies, which may potentially protect nursing infants against infection. Their findings could have a positive influence on vaccination rates for pregnant and lactating women. A lot of mums, pregnant women who are afraid to get vaccinated, want to do what's best for their babies. Well, there's still some weirdness regarding the vaccine while pregnant. You probably shouldn't get it until after you've given birth. But, hey, if those mommy milkers are giving out antibodies, that's the way to go, guys. Yeah, dude. How long until the iced latte with breast milk from Starbucks includes antibodies? Breast milk, I mean breast milk, I mean breast milk, I mean breast milk. I know somebody posted this article here with a picture of the Scout surrounded by giant tits, and he's just like, no, not the Scout, the spy from TF2, and he's just like, gentleman. I'll take the Vaxxin latte for him, thank you. Yeah. Honestly, if you're pregnant, wait until you've given birth to get any kind of vaccine, just out of precaution. Seems to be the right thing to do. Activision distanced themselves from the Ghost voice actor over his sexist comments. Jeff Leach, the actor who plays Ghost in Call of Duty, has been dropped by Activision following the reemergence of the sexist comments he made against another streamer and during his own stream. Easily, Ghost is one of the most popular characters in the series of first-person shooters, with his appearance in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and featuring in Modern Warfare and Warzone. All right, I mean, we all know what's going on here, but the clips from his stream show the actor using hateful language against the streamer Zombie Unicorn, and his audience has led to the publisher divorcing itself from Leech. According to the appearing on the Taunt Fest 3 years ago, a host says, "No wonder why Zombie Unicorn didn't want to come on." Leech responds and criticizes the streamer for not being funny enough for the talk show and makes an extremely inappropriate remark about her body. At the time, Leech was issued a ban by Twitch, but now the words used in his own Warzone stream in late 2020 have come under scrutiny too. Okay, so you guys know who Zombie Unicorn is, right? She is that streamer that they hired to do the Bully Hunters thing a few years ago. I did a Bully Hunters video back then. It was pretty funny. And honestly, Zombie Unicorn is just like a painfully unfunny person. Like, she gained prominence on like 2011, 2012, 2013 Twitch because she was skinny and hot and attractive and young. And she's let herself go. And she's a bit thick now, and it's just she's still trying to act like she's that person. And she only has her looks going for her. So when, like, here's the thing, I don't market my channel based on my looks. So, but when you only have looks going for you and your looks start to go, there's not much more of a reason to stick around, eh? Women aren't orgasming during sex. It's time to do something about it. Oh no. From mass resignations to reconsidering marriage and even rethinking wanting kids, the past year points to a major cultural shift in regards to relationships and sexuality. And as gender and relationship norms evolve, that's probably a good thing. That said, while certain issues are front and center, like Gen Z quite publicly redefining monogamy, oh yeah, you gotta check this fucking article out, but we will in a second. Other obstacles remain unseen, even during Sexual Health Month. What the fuck is Sexual Health Month? People just keep divining out, not defining, divining out these new holidays and months, and I don't give a fuck about any of it. Like the often unrecognized pleasure gap, otherwise known as the orgasm gap. 43% of men believe their primary partner climaxes every time they have sex. Only 18% of women say that's actually the case. Wow. While 65% of women are comfortable discussing their sexual needs and preferences, only 35% of them actually see a positive change in their sex life. 64% of women feel sexually neglected in their marriage, with 44% citing the lack of interesting and frequent sex as their reason for seeking fulfillment elsewhere. A common misconception is that women lose interest in sex quicker than men in long-term relationships, but this couldn't be less true. Oh shit, guys. I mean, there's probably something to this. Guys get lazy. I'm sure every guy knows it. They just don't want to put in the effort of... Because here's the thing, guy. Maybe women don't know this. But in your average sexual encounter, not saying your good sexual encounter, but your average sexual encounter, men do almost all the work. So, women are complaining about not getting off. And they're also not like contributing in a sexually equal way, let's say. Yeah. There's some serious problems with this. You know what? Forget about the statistics. Like, surely if you're in a relationship where you care about your partner, you do want them to be sexually satisfied, obviously. But you also need to be able to talk to them about this shit, you know? What percentage of women fake orgasm? Yeah, that's probably a fair bit of it, right? They're like, man, I'm just gonna fake orgasm to pretend that I'm just gonna fake the orgasm, and so we'll just pretend that like it's done and it's over with, and then you're gonna complain later that it wasn't good. It's like, shut the fuck up, Christ. Women's unreasonably high standards in preventing women from finding men. Here, how about this? Here. This is a question for only men in the chat. All right, not Only cis men, in fact. We're keeping this a purely masculine affair. All right? Okay. So, guys, how many of you have had sex with your partner, but you haven't orgasmed? They've orgasmed, and then you've said, you know what, that's fine. I don't really feel like coming today. And then you stop. Just out of curiosity, done it at least once. Because the answer for me is I've definitely done that at least once. Whether because of time constraints or because I wasn't that into it, but I was just doing it for the sake of my partner, or you know what I mean, right? Yes, never, no, 8 times, yes, I have, yep. Yeah, see? So this idea is basically like, and it's similar to this, but no one really talks about it, right? Everyone assumes that once the guy comes, the sex is done, and in a lot of cases that's the case. But also, nobody really talks about the idea, the possibility that you're not into it that day, but your partner is, and then maybe you just pleasure her for a bit so that she's satisfied, and then you go do something else. Doesn't happen all the time. If it did happen all the time, you have a very unhealthy relationship. But it does still happen, and most guys don't complain. Joke's on you, I'm still a virgin, cries internally. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever chewed some tasty food without swallowing? Yes, actually. Okay, so this article that I opened here, Gen Z doesn't want to get married as younger generations redefine monogamy. Oh yeah, this fucking loser. Okay, check this out. Let's redefine monogamy, guys. I'm not gonna like do this whole article, but I just want to find a certain bit. All right, all right. I feel like weddings are dope, but not marriage. It's time we normalize weddings without the bondage of being with someone for the rest of your life. You don't know what a fucking wedding is. Oops. Fuck off. You don't know what a wedding is if you're complaining like that. All right. Yeah. So there are people. There's seeker monogamy. So they're monogamous, but they still want to fuck other people. That's not monogamy. People still want to be monogamous. They still want a primary central monogamy, but they just want to have sex with other people. Oh my god, people, fuck. Words have meanings. It's fine if you're a swinger. It's fine if you have a primary partner that you do threesomes with, or that you occasionally wife swap, or whatever the fuck you want to do. That's your business, and it's fine. Oh god, can you hear that kid outside, guys? If you can't, I won't bother closing the window. But it's fine if you want to do any of that nonsense. Okay? It's fine. But that's not monogamy. It's not what it is. Fucking hell. Yeah, from the same people that lost their minds at Super Straight. Here's your super monogamy. Like 5 times? Wait, you've heard the kid 5 times? Yes? Kill kid? Kill kid. Shut the fuck up. Alright, I'll close the window, guys, before we move on to the next article. Give me a second, okay? Window's closed. And I'm back. We can hear the child in your basement. Fuck off. Okay. Drinking any amount of alcohol causes damage to the brain. Sorry, you fucking alcoholics. There is no such thing as a safe level of drinking, with increased consumption of alcohol associated with poorer brain health. You know, like, I don't drink. Ever. Like, ever. The number of times that I've had alcohol, you can really count on, like, 2 hands with me in my entire life. Maybe that's why everyone around me my age seems so fucking dumb. In an observational study, which has not yet been peer-reviewed, researchers from the University of Oxford studied the relationship between the self-reported alcohol intake of some 25,000 people in the UK and their brain scans. The researchers noted that drinking had an effect on the brain's gray matter, regions in the brain that make up important bits where information is processed. The more people drank, the less volume of their gray matter. Brain volume reduces with age and more severely with dementia. Smaller brain volume also predicts worse performance on memory testing. While alcohol only made a small contribution to this, 0.8%, it was a greater contribution than other modifiable risk factors. Damn. The team also investigated whether certain drinking patterns, beverage types, and other health conditions made a difference to the impact of alcohol on brain health. They found that there was no safe level of drinking, meaning that consuming any amount of alcohol was worse than not drinking it. They also found no evidence that the type of drink, such as wine, spirits, or beer, affected the harm done to the brain. However, certain characteristics, such as high blood pressure, obesity, or binge drinking, could put people at a higher risk. So many people drink moderately and think this is entirely harmless or even protective, and yet we have yet to find a cure for neurodegenerative diseases like dementia. Knowing about factors that can prevent brain harm is important for public health. Damn. Yep. That's why, you know what? That's why I only drink water and coffee, guys. Here is an article from Polygon, esteemed video game website Polygon. The most pumpkin spice movies. This started as a joke, but is actually quite serious now. Look at this. Look at this fucking saccharine. Fall is here, and we all know what that means. Early nights, Ugg boots, warm apple cider, leaf piles, and deep breaths of brisk air. It also means that Starbucks and other coffee chains are reviving the pumpkin spice latte, the sweet, nutmeggy concoction that has become synonymous with the season, despite being little more than corporate hack speak meant to activate our thirst. These days, there's an unfathomable amount of pumpkin spice things, leaving many to bemoan the basicness of the flavor. In theory, we can all appreciate fall without laying down $5.45 for a cup of squash-emulating coffee milk. In theory. This is a video game website. Where are the video games? Where are the video games? Video games! God damn it. Fucking games journalism, guys. Boyfriend who dated 35 women and told each one he had a different birthday, so he regularly received gifts, is arrested for fraud. Takahashi Miyagawa, a part-time worker of no fixed abode from the Japanese region of Kansai, has told each of the women he had been dating that his birthday was on a different date. The 39-year-old was arrested for defrauding the 35 women after pretending to be serious about relationships with them. Jesus, dude. This fucking player. His real birthday is November 13th. In one case, the Miyagawa told a 47-year-old that his birthday was on February 22nd, while another victim, who was 40, had told her it was in July. A third woman, who was 35, said she believed it was in April. Women have accused Miyagawa of swindling him out of 665 pounds worth of birthday presents, clothes, and cash. Wow. The suspect met his victims while working for a marketing company selling hydrogen water shower heads and other products. He reportedly targeted single women and began each relationship with the suggestion that marriage could be on the cards. However, the women ended up forming a victims association and reported him to the police in February. Imagine playing so many women that they form like a club about being victimized by you. Holy fuck. This is from the subreddit Relationship Advice. My 25F boyfriend's 23 male unhealthy hatred of Chris Pratt is affecting our relationship. This is kind of like the Hagel one from last week. So we've dated for 3 years, and he is so sweet and innocent. However, the one thing I can't stand is how much he talks about hating Chris Pratt. I don't mean as in not liking him as an actor, but he goes on hour-long rants about how he's terrible. He hated him in Parks and Recreations, and even more in Guardians of the Galaxy. Any mention of him always brings him in a bad mood, and that's why he refuses to watch movies like Jurassic World, Lego Movie, and Onward. Now, he is a huge Nintendo fan, and was looking forward to the Mario movie. When he heard Chris Pratt would be voicing Mario, though, he had a tantrum where he ended up breaking his Switch as a result. I tried to calm him down, but he childishly accused me of supporting Chris Pratt. I don't have a strong opinion of him either way, and ordered me to leave once I did not agree with his rants. This seems so much like a minor thing, but I'm not sure if this is a healthy environment to be in. He's sweet on other topics, but I'm not sure if I can deal with this behavior anymore. Fucking rent free. Chris Pratt is destroying this guy from a distance. Fallout 4 modders are deleting their mods to protest the Nexus mods change. After a change to the site Nexus Mods, which means modders will be unable to delete their own mods, Fallout 4 modders are using the 1-month grace period to pull their content from the site. Nexus Mods announced that modders using the site to host their content would soon be unable to delete their work. Instead, removed mods would be stored in an archive that would only be deleted if directly requested via the API. Unfortunately for the site, many Fallout 4 modders are taking up on the offer. Almost 30 modders, many of which who are responsible for multiple mods each, have already pulled their content from the site. Wow. I mean, I guess that's what you fucking get. People are like, you can no longer delete your stuff off our site. They're just like, fuck you, I'll just leave then. So, yeah, they're destroying their own site. They are destroying their own site with this. This always seems to happen, right? A site gets too big for its britches, and then they just like nuke themselves out of their own idiocy. Biphobia has to be taken seriously, guys, and that begins with the LGBT plus community. Even within the queer community, biphobia isn't being taken seriously. Oh God, this is gonna be one of fucking those ones, isn't he? Or one of those articles, you know. Homophobic and transphobic comments have finally started to be taken seriously for the damage they cause. Many jokes that would have been considered mainstream only 10 years ago are now rightly considered unacceptable. They're jokes, and they're still acceptable. Fuck you. This has led to a lot of outrage click headlines about cancel culture, but sometimes it's just plain old consequences, such as the time Kevin Hart was forced to exit the Oscars after his old homophobic tweets were rediscovered. Fuck off, dude. You know what? I love being on the outside of like their acceptability circle, because I can say nonsense and be like, yeah, whatever. You guys aren't gonna fucking cancel me. Get the oppression bucks, Dev. Get the oppression bucks. Oh, God. Oh, God, we gotta... Oh, God. Earlier this week, which happens to be Bi Awareness Week, Labour MP Rosie Duffield was asked about liking a tweet which criticized the reclaiming of the word queer and called trans people heterosexuals cosplaying as the opposite sex. Oh my God. In response, Duffield claimed that many of her gay friends are offended by men who are married to women who call themselves the Q word and appropriate gay culture in a way that is deeply offensive to a lot in the gay rights movement. Comments like these invalidate the identity of bi, pan, and queer men in different gender relationships. But even within the queer community, biphobic jokes and remarks are still frequent and mostly pass without recourse. For example, comedian Rachel McCarthy has made openly biphobic comments on a number of occasions. This included once tweeting in response to accusations that Jeffrey Epstein's ex-girlfriend and alleged co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell abused underage girls. Dating a 60-year-old man and raping 15-year-old girls is bi culture. Jesus, dude. Fucking hell. Yeah, this is so stupid. This is so ridiculous. Oh, God. You know what? The I don't give a fuck attitude of the 90s and early 2000s was the superior attitude to the bullshit that we have to deal with now. And frankly, I'm not willing to give that attitude up. I'm just not. I'm not. You know? I'm happy to make gay jokes or to jokingly call someone a faggot, cuz it's like you have to understand, if you're friends with somebody and you share banter, that's not the same thing as being insulting. Dave has made so many jokes at the expense of my sexuality, and I would never be like, cancel Dave. No. Like, fucking hell. These people are literally ruining the concept of acceptance. Man jailed for Scotland Isle of Man water scooter crossing. A man who crossed the Irish Sea from Scotland to the Isle of Man on a jet ski to visit his girlfriend has been jailed for breaching COVID-19 laws. Douglas Courthouse heard 28-year-old Dale McLaughlin took 4.5 hours to travel from the Isle of Whitthorn to Ramsey on Friday. McLaughlin, from North Ayrshire, made the crossing despite never having driven a water scooter before. He admitted to arriving unlawfully on the island and was jailed for 4 weeks. Oh my God. He just like, fuck it. I'm going to go meet my girlfriend. Just wow, dude. Wait. Prosecutors said the 28-year-old brought the vehicle and set off on the journey of about 25 miles, which he expected to take about 40 minutes. After he arrived in Ramsey, he walked another 15 miles to his girlfriend's home in Douglas, who believed he had been on the island working for several weeks. The following afternoon, he gave a police officer her address as his, and that evening the couple went to 2 busy nightclubs. Fucking wild, dude. Man abducts scientist to make his dog immortal. Florida man, of course it's Florida. Florida man Philip Joseph has decided his dog should have eternal life. Look at that face. That is the face of a man who knows what he must do. Florida man Philip Joseph has decided that his dog should have eternal life because the loss of his loved one would be devastating. He loves his dog too much and he can't let it die. All dog owners would love to have never but their four-legged friend moving on to the afterlife, but Joseph has taken it to the next level. He's not trying to figure out how to immortalize his dog on his own. He doesn't understand Frankenstein's scientific formulas and the biological procedures. The idea suddenly came to his mind. Why not kidnap a scientist? He kidnapped Ryan Lockhart, a doctor and scientist from the University of South Florida. One can only imagine what was going on in Ryan's mind at that point. No laboratory, no secret chemical formula to keep the dog alive forever, and a crazy guy holding him hostage trying to figure out what his next move was going to be. Florida man strikes again. Joseph was eventually found by the police after Ryan's family noticed he was missing and started an investigation. However, Joseph didn't face any charges because apparently this is a mistake anyone who loves their dog, much as Joseph does, will make when pressed against a life-pondering question. When Joseph spoke to a reporter, he stated, "I just get anxious when I think my dog is going to die someday. He's all I have. I can't let him die." Florida man! All right. We gotta check this bullshit out. Caught on camera. Daycare employee charged after shoving child to the ground during morning sing-along. Like, fuck you, dude. Look at this. What the fuck? What's the link say? Yeah. A former employee at a daycare north of Cincinnati is charged with assaulting a preschool-aged girl after the incident was caught on camera. A second teacher, who was also fired following the incident, is charged with child endangerment after the video revealed that she witnessed the assault and just walked away. Video showed James Ciolino singing a Good Morning song with preschoolers in his class back in June when a 4-year-old left the room with another class. Jennifer Miller, the teacher of the other class, is shown bringing the girl back to Ciolino's room, and then he pushes the child to the ground. The child then starts crying. Miller watches it all happen and proceeds to shut the door and leave. Lisa McMillan, the director of Wild Kingdom Early Learning Center, where the incident took place, said the video itself has all the truth it needs in it. So as soon as you see that, you know immediately what has to be done. Both teachers were fired and the incident was reported to the police. Ciolino is charged with assault and child endangerment. Miller is charged with child endangerment. Can we see the full video? Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, see up here. She comes in, pushes her down. She sees it and leaves. And he just keeps singing. What a piece of fucking shit, dude. Holy fuck. Hey, Kamikaze. Thanks for being here, man. Political dominatrix who uses mind games to humiliate her submissives reveals how she focuses her unique skills on white right-wing men to turn them into socialists. Wow. Guys, do you think that this dominatrix pussy would turn you into a socialist? What do you think? A self-professed political dominatrix is finding pleasure in humiliating her clients, almost exclusively white right-wing men, using mind games as she tries to turn them into socialists. See, I thought I've seen something else that's kind of like this, where you have like women who have like left-leaning women who have these fetishes about being dominated by right-leaning men and like fucked and turned them into MAGA sluts. I've seen that a couple times. A self-professed political dominatrix. Yeah. Reba Mayberry, a 27-year-old professional dominatrix and a political science lecturer at Central St. Martin's in London, who is of mixed race, will only work with white men, and as a socialist, she prefers to dominate conservatives. I can't force myself to even be fictionally cruel to any other type of man. It makes the performance a lot easier. I could never be mean to somebody who wasn't white because the world is run by white men, isn't it? Also, isn't there something about like the Wachowski brothers turning trans because they were both dominated and feminized by like a dominatrix who specializes in that sort of thing? Fucking hell, dude. Jesus. She only dominates white men with right-wing views. Her aim is to turn them into socialists. Maybury, who is also known as Mistress Rebecca, opened up about one client who claimed he was a female supremacist and a Tory, explaining she found it to be such a disgusting contradiction that she couldn't let him get away with it. Submissives often say that all they want to do is make their mistress happy, and what could make me happier than him becoming a socialist? How does she do it, though? Does she just, like, yell at them and tell them about seizing the means of production? Like, all right. All right, dude. Man spends 2 years pooing out of his penis and ejaculating semen from his bum. The 33-year-old sought medical help after his testicles swelled up. Doctors diagnosed him with several rare conditions and had to carry out surgery, discovering he's earlier been fitted with a catheter. He eventually got help after his testicles swelled up and the pain became too much. The bloke was passing gas in his urine. He also urinated fecal matter and passed a substantial amount of urine and semen from his rectum. What, did they just, like, reverse the fucking pipes? Like, what? He was found to have a swollen testicle and a urinary tract infection, while a digital rectal exam showed signs of a problem on his rectal wall. There was a gas-filled structure. Oh my god. Tests confirmed the presence of a fistula, or an abnormal passageway between the urethra and the rectum, through which various fluids and solids had been passing. This was sorted with surgery, but the medical team continued to check for other errors. 2 years earlier, he had been in a 3-week coma following cocaine and PCP intoxication. At the time, he was fitted with a catheter during which the injury was caused. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit. This is why you don't teabag the warpstone pile? All right. This just happened a couple days ago. A ninja with a sword assailed a U.S. Army Special Operations unit in California. This is the sword used in the assault by a man dressed as a ninja. It seems unlikely, but it did indeed happen. A man wearing full ninja garb attacked members of a U.S. Army Special Operations unit in the middle of the night in the California desert, setting off a scramble for safety and resulting in at least 2 injuries, according to police records. The incident occurred a little after 1 a.m. when authorities in Ridgecrest, California, got word of a sword-wielding man dressed as a ninja on the loose in the Eocene Airport in Kern County, north of L.A. Kern County Sheriff's deputies found the suspect had assaulted a victim at the scene with a sword and thrown a rock through a hangar window, hitting an additional victim in the head. Oh my god. The victims are members of the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. The incident report quickly drew attention after it was posted on Instagram. It describes how a staff sergeant was smoking a late-night cigarette near an airport hangar when an unknown person wearing full ninja garb approached him with a question. "Do you know who I am?" the man asked. The sergeant said he didn't. Do you know where my family is?" the man asked. When the sergeant said he did not know, The person in ninja garb began to slash at him with a katana, adding that the sergeant's leg and his phone were struck. The sergeant ran, jumping a fence and reaching a building where he joined others from his company. As he and a captain locked the doors and called 911, you guys are military, shouldn't you be able to fight them? The assailant kicked and punched doors and windows, according to the report. Oh my god. The Ridgecrest Police Department's blotter entry from that night says a report came in at 1:19 a.m. of a suspect in a ninja outfit complete with a sword. The report cited at least one victim. More than 20 minutes after initial contact, the blotter says, a 911 call came in from someone at the airport saying 26 Special Operations military members were hunkered down in a hangar wondering where help is. Police officers located the ninja suspect on a nearby road, but the man refused to follow commands and brandished the sword at deputies. The projectile rounds were used, but were ineffective, apparently. Instead, the man ran. When deputies used a taser on him, he dropped the sword, and deputies were able to take him into custody. Rivera was arrested for attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon, brandishing a weapon for the attempt to resist or prevent an arrest, along with vandalism and obstructing or delaying a peace officer in the performance of their duties. Both the sergeant and the captain required stitches for their wounds, but were cleared to return to duty. Wow. That's wild. The fucking ninja shows up and the fucking army runs away from him. Yeah, he sliced the bullets out of the air. He deflected them with his sword. Like, yeah, what is this Metal Gear Solid bullshit? The nicotine ninja. Go ninja, go ninja, go. This is wild, isn't it? This is some nutty shit. And there's the sword. Crazy. All right, guys. That is the end of all the articles I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to support the channel, please consider hitting the sub button here on YouTube. That just gets you to sub. But in terms of financially supporting the channel, the sub button on Twitch, twitch.tv/GameBoomers, or the YouTube memberships button, or $5 to subscribe to our Patreon. Those 4 methods get you into the $5 club in Discord. $100 to PayPal will get you into the $5 club for life. And of course, you send me your stuff in a P.O. box, and it'll be and I'll open it up on the show. And yes, make sure to follow my gaming channel, guys. That's called Game Boomers on YouTube and Twitch. Now let's check out the super chats before we get out of here, eh? Let's check them out. Let me just find them here. Where's the super chats? Monetization, supers. Here we go. Schnitzel for $5. And they run when the sun comes up with their lives on the line. I don't get it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. If there's a joke, I don't understand the joke. Peace out, say no to soy. Let's see, what else? Dusty for $5. Bay, come over. But the COVID restrictions. My parents aren't home. Jet skis 4 hours. Corruption Point for $5. I'm a bi man and I hate this article. They are jokes. People should touch grass. Yeah, it's ridiculous. All this woke-ass bullshit is fucking ridiculous. Nuclear Winter Gamer for $5. Good. I'm glad Pratt got the role of Mario and ruined Mario Nintendo for that guy. Feel good story. Dog-faced Pony Soldier for $5. Speedrun getting banned from Altair. I will do. Sojalink. The reset era of streaming services. Yes. 50027 for $5. Oi, Davinsky. I'm heading up to Edmonton and then Vancouver to visit a bro. I know you're more eastward, but cool spots you'd recommend. In Vancouver, there's a park on the coast that's like near downtown that is really cool, and you should also go to the Sun Yat Set Gardens. Stitzel for $2. If I knew prior, I would have unfollowed Altair ASAP. Yeah, but I kind of want to try to stream on there and just fuck it up instantly. It'd be kind of fun. The number 3 for $5. As someone with PTSD and anxiety related to it from real trauma, I hate how the left uses mental illness as a shield. It does, doesn't it? And I think, you know what? That's my next video, actually. So, yes. Chance you can invite It's a Gundam to the tub. I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not sure if he's that interested. Justin, hey, Fat. I recently started watching your videos, and I miss the days of you and Sargon playing games and talking BS. Hope you guys do something soon. Well, the new RP is on Arch's channel, actually. But Sargon's not part of it. It's Arch and others. Sargon couldn't join this one. Squid for $5. Meet the Medic was almost a decade old. You are now feeling old manually. Dude, don't I fucking know it. Like, the silver era of gaming was 2007 to 2012. And it's just been downhill since then. Ivan for $5. The left is not inherently bad, but they have been taken over by greedy Santa. So for this generation, they're all bad. Maybe. Silver Camaro for $2. Be honest, if I sent you a good bourbon, will you drink it? No, I don't drink alcohol, but thank you. Dapper Wolf for $2. Yellow Flash does Flashcast. I don't know what either of those things are, man. I'm sorry. Kurt Smith for $2. Yes, I don't know what that means. And I think that is all the super chats. So there we go. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations. Make sure to drop in. I am going to be streaming tomorrow on Game Boomers tomorrow night. And I am going to be streaming in Arch's channel at 3 p.m. EST. That is in about 3 hours' time. I'll be streaming the Skaven RP. So I will see you. You keep saying bring V to Game Boomers, but he's in Romania and he has a wife. He's too busy for Game Boomers. But I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys either today on Arch's channel for Skaven, tomorrow for the new SFO video, or tomorrow night on Game Boomers. In any case, I'll see you then. Have a good day, everybody.